Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me from the Better Business Bureau here in Wisconsin, it's Tiffany Schultz. Tiffany, how you doing today?
I'm great. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. And well, everybody doesn't want to necessarily think about this just yet, but tis the season, I guess. Can't get any much more of those in. Tax information security. Yes, it's taxes, tax. But, as tax stuff comes up, so do scams, so do different things that can get you in trouble really fast. So we're coming up to this. Where does BBB stand when it comes to tax information security?
Tax season is right around the corner, and you're going to be receiving a lot of information in the mail, possibly emailed to you from your employer. And it's so important to keep those documents secure. They contain a lot of personal information that you don't want to get into the wrong hands. And the first thing that we want you to do before you utilize a tax preparer is to make sure that tax preparer is legitimate. There are con artists who pose as tax preparers that say that they can prepare your taxes. Maybe they don't have the knowledge to do so. Maybe they're out there to gain your personal information. Maybe they're there to take your tax refund from you. So it's super important to check out your tax preparer before you hire them. And you can do that by easily going to bbb.org and search for tax preparation services.
Tiffany, what if the tax company or tax preparer is an online company specifically? What would you say for using or considering using an online service where you're not really even dealing with somebody? You're just putting that information in and you're like, well, I think it's secure.
Really do your research before you even consider using them. There are online services that are completely legitimate, but you have to do a little bit harder research in order to find out their legitimacy. So you're going to want to take an online search, type in the company name, customer reviews, company name, scams, company name, customer complaints, see what you can really dig up about the company. Maybe even try to call the company to verify its legitimacy. It's a lot easier than maybe just driving past a business to make sure that they're open or checking them out on bbb.org. You can still check them out on bbb.org. You may or may not find them on bbb.org, especially if it's an online company. So be very, very careful before you go ahead and hire a company like that.
Yeah, I think that's the life we live in now. It's, don't deal with anybody, just do it yourself. But I think when you're doing it yourself, you want to protect yourself. And that's where we're going to this next spot, is protecting your personal information. What do you have for tips there?
Treat that information like you would treat cash. There's a lot of information on your tax forms. There can be social security numbers, birth date, banking information. You want to keep that secure, keep it locked up in a safe, put it in a safe place before you turn that on over to your tax preparer. And there's information that's going to come all month long, sometimes even in the mid to late February. So make sure it's all in one spot. So when your tax preparer asks for it, you know exactly where it is and you know exactly who had eyes on it.
Absolutely. And another tip here, if you're maybe receive an email from the IRS or maybe a call from the IRS, and you're like, oh, I don't know if it's the IRS, or I want to go look something at the IRS, you better make sure you're actually going to the right website.
The IRS is never going to reach out to you unsolicited via phone. Even email, they're not going to reach out to you. If you receive an email or a phone call from them, it's probably fake. So when you go to the IRS website, there's a knockoff of the IRS website. You want to be on irs.gov. That's irs.gov. That is the official website. If you're on irs.com, if you're on some other form of an IRS website where you've been directed from another website, make sure that you're on the right website. And anybody who would email you from the IRS would have a .irs.gov email address, not anything else. No Gmail addresses, no Yahoo addresses, nothing strange. irs.gov.
What if the IRS says they want you to pay in a credit or a gift card? different interview. I just had to throw it in there. All right. Treat your tax information carefully. Overall, we're looking at a lot of documents that have personalized or personal information on it, the whole work. So no matter what you're doing, you're saying we got to be careful with all of the documents that we're submitting.
Everything should be secure. So many employers are going to email W-2s. A lot of times those will come with a password protected email. So that's the security on that end. However, when you go ahead and print it, make sure that it's in a safe place. If you are going to download it to your computer, make sure it's a secured document, meaning that you want a password in order to get into that document. That should be treated like cash. Just don't download it to your C drive, a removable drive. You want to make sure that's secure because that's going to have your social security number on it. It may have your birth date on it. It has your wages on it. It does not belong in anybody's hands but yours.
Woofda. Well, there it is. We've laid it out for you. But if you have more questions about keeping it safe or any of the stuff we talked about today, Tiffany, where can people learn more?
You can find more information on bbb.org.
All right, Tiffany, thank you so much for your time. Stay warm out there, and we'll look forward to talking to you later this month.
Thanks for having me.
You bet. Tiffany Schultz, Better Business Bureau. Like I said, bbb.org for more information. And I suggest you check it out because they got a lot of great information out there. Take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Pittsburgh.